Every single day, your cat walks to the same bowl, trusting you completely. They don't read labels. They don't understand preservatives. They don't know what artificial flavoring means. They simply believe that whatever you place in front of them is love. But what if the food you've been buying is silently draining their energy, damaging their digestion, dulling their fur, and shortening their life without you even realizing it? More and more cat owners are waking up to a powerful truth. Homemade cat food can completely transform a cat's health, mood, energy, and even emotional connection with their human. Today, we're uncovering the real power of homemade cat food, the biggest mistakes cat owners make, the safest ingredients, and simple recipes your cat may absolutely love. By the end of this video, you might completely change the way you feed your furry companion forever. Why? So many cat owners are switching to homemade food. Something strange has been happening recently. Thousands of cat owners around the world have reported dramatic changes after switching to homemade meals. Cats became more energetic, their coats became softer and shinier, digestive problems improved, bad breath decreased, even picky eaters suddenly became excited at mealtime. Why? Because cats are obligate carnivores. That means their bodies were biologically designed to thrive on animal-based nutrition, not heavily processed fillers. In the wild, cats survive on moisture-rich prey packed with protein and nutrients, but many commercial foods contain excessive carbohydrates, artificial additives, and low-quality ingredients hidden behind complicated labels. Some cats tolerate it, others slowly struggle from it. And the scary part? The signs are often subtle at first: a little less energy, more shedding, weight gain, digestive issues, dry skin, mood changes. Many owners think these things are normal aging, but sometimes nutrition is the hidden cause. That's why homemade cat food has exploded in popularity. People want control over what enters their cat's body, and honestly, once you start learning about feline nutrition, it becomes impossible to ignore. The biggest myth about homemade cat food. Here's where many people get confused. They assume homemade cat food simply means giving cats random human food. That is extremely dangerous. Cats are not tiny humans. Their nutritional needs are incredibly specific. They require high levels of animal protein, essential amino acids like taurine, healthy fats, vitamins, and minerals in the right balance. And if homemade food is done incorrectly, it can lead to serious health problems over time. This is why some veterinarians warn against homemade diets, not because homemade food is automatically bad, but because unbalanced homemade diets can become harmful. That's an important distinction. A properly planned homemade diet can be incredibly beneficial. A careless homemade diet can be risky. So the goal isn't just homemade, the goal is balanced homemade nutrition. That changes everything. Ingredients cats naturally thrive on. If you really want to understand homemade cat food, you first need to understand what your cat's body was designed to eat. Cats thrive on animal protein, moisture-rich foods, healthy fats, organ meats in moderation, specific nutrients found in meat. Some of the best protein sources include chicken, turkey, beef, rabbit, fish in moderation, eggs. These foods are rich in amino acids that support muscle strength, heart health, skin, fur quality, and immune function. But one nutrient stands above all others: taurine. Taurine is absolutely essential for cats. Without enough taurine, cats can develop blindness, heart disease, and severe health complications. That's why balanced homemade recipes matter so much. Many experienced cat owners also include supplements recommended by veterinarians to ensure nutritional completeness, because homemade feeding isn't about guessing, it's about nourishing intelligently. This part could save a cat's life. Some human foods are highly toxic to cats, even in small amounts. Never feed your cat onions, garlic, chocolate, grapes, raisins, alcohol, caffeine, xylitol, excess salt, raw dough. And surprisingly, many people don't realize that too much tuna can also become harmful due to mercury exposure and nutritional imbalance. Another dangerous mistake? Seasoning homemade cat food. Cats do not need spices, sauces, butter, or heavy seasoning. Their digestive systems are extremely sensitive. Simple is safer, natural is better. And when in doubt, always research ingredients carefully or speak with a veterinarian experienced in feline nutrition, because one wrong ingredient can turn love into danger. Simple homemade chicken recipe, cats. Love. Now let's talk about a simple, beginner-friendly homemade recipe many cats enjoy. This recipe is not meant to replace professional veterinary nutritional guidance, but it gives you a safer starting point. You'll need boiled chicken thigh or breast, a small amount of cooked chicken liver, cooked egg yolk, plain pumpkin puree in tiny amounts, fish oil recommended for cats, taurine supplement if advised. First, boil the chicken thoroughly without seasoning, shred it into tiny pieces. Mix in a very small amount of liver because organ meat is nutrient-dense and should not be overfed. Add cooked egg yolk for healthy fats and nutrients, then mix everything gently until soft and moist. Watching a cat excitedly eat healthy homemade food feels deeply rewarding because you can literally see the difference in their enthusiasm. Why moisture is so important for cats. Here's something many cat owners don't realize. Cats naturally have a very low thirst drive. In the wild, they get most of their hydration from prey, but dry kibble contains very little moisture. That means many cats spend years mildly dehydrated without owners noticing. This can contribute to urinary issues and kidney stress over time. Homemade wet food naturally contains more moisture, which helps support hydration, and hydration matters more than most people think. The emotional connection. Homemade food creates something unexpected happens when owners begin preparing food for their cats. The relationship changes. Meal preparation becomes personal, intentional, emotional. Your cat starts associating your presence not just with feeding, but with nourishment and care on a deeper level. And cats notice effort more than people realize. They remember routines, smells, sounds, energy. Some cats even begin waiting in the kitchen while homemade meals are prepared. The biggest homemade feeding mistakes. Now let's talk about the mistakes that can secretly hurt cats. The first mistake is feeding only muscle meat. Chicken breast alone is not nutritionally complete for cats. Cats require a balance of nutrients that includes taurine, fats, vitamins, and minerals. The second mistake is sudden food changes. Cats can have sensitive stomachs. Changing diets too quickly may cause vomiting or diarrhea. Always transition slowly over several days. The third mistake is ignoring portion control. Even healthy homemade food can cause obesity if overfed. Is raw food better than cooked food? This debate has divided cat owners for years. Some people believe raw diets are more biologically natural. Others worry about bacteria and nutritional imbalance. The truth is complicated. Raw feeding can work for some owners when done extremely carefully and under professional guidance, but it also carries risks, including bacterial contamination for both cats and humans. Cooked homemade food is often safer and easier for beginners. Signs. Homemade food may be helping your cat. When homemade feeding is done correctly, the changes can sometimes be remarkable. Owners often notice softer fur, better energy levels, reduced vomiting, healthier weight, smaller stool odor, increased excitement at mealtime, better digestion, brighter eyes. Some older cats even become more playful again, and that emotional transformation can be powerful to witness. Homemade food isn't about perfection. Many people become overwhelmed when learning about feline nutrition. They fear making mistakes. But here's the truth. You don't need perfection to improve your cat's life. Even small upgrades matter. Adding healthy wet meals occasionally, increasing moisture intake, choosing higher quality proteins, learning ingredient safety. All of these steps can make a difference. Homemade feeding isn't about becoming obsessed. Every meal is part of your cat's story. Your cat may never understand the effort you put into their meals. They'll never know the research you did, the recipes you learned, the care behind every ingredient, but they will feel the results in their body, in their energy, in their comfort, in the way they greet you every morning, because food is never just fuel. It becomes part of your cat's entire life story. And one day, years from now, when your cat curls beside you peacefully, healthy, and trusting, you'll realize something powerful. The little choices mattered, the bowl mattered, the nutrition mattered, and the love hidden inside every homemade meal mattered most of all.